2024 is upon us, and it's shining bright on the anime world with these new titles. Here are 10 new anime coming out in 2024. Let's go. Number 10, Ishura.
誰も分かっていなかった。何も分かっていなかった。本物の魔王が死んでも終わりじゃなかった。この世界にはまだ無数の脅威と真実が残されている。
After seeing the waves of popularity Frieren made as a fantasy anime last year, let's start this new year with a fantasy anime recommendation. Surely, this isn't going to be the next Frieren, but its story is something that managed to hook me up. Here, the Demon King is dead! Get it? So this is like the epilogue of a fantasy story. So what's the challenge? Well, the heroes who defeated him should figure out who the one true hero is. Apart from the unique premise, we've got some nice cast of characters here. One of them is a master fencer, another is a lancer, and we even got a wyvern and a rogue. From their looks alone, I can see this is a bunch of interesting personalities thrown together. Besides, if it's all of them struggling to become the one true hero, then one thing's for sure, it's time for a battle royale. Number 9, Kaiju number 8. Japan isn't done with monsters. You know how Japan always gets attacked by these deadly monsters called kaiju? Turns out they got tired of it and decided to form a special task force for it. But our guy Kakfa isn't on the team. He's just there to claim the corpses. His dream is to join the force, but when he starts to realize he's transforming to a kaiju himself, will he get a chance to defeat them? Yeah, I know. This is pretty much Attack on Titan, but with Titans replaced by Kaijus. We've got the dreamy main character, secret power to become one of the monsters, and even the good old military squad. But can it stand up to be the next Attack on Titan? I don't know. Let's wait to see how this anime turns out. It's coming in April. Number 8, Delicious in Dungeon.
ドラゴンの腹の中で魔法が効かなかった。
私たち空腹が原因で失敗したようなものだし。
ここでは食うか食われるか。
Oh man, what do we have here? Food, food, and more food. That's right, fantasy isn't about just hunting creatures. It's about hunting creatures while having some nice, tasty meals. But what's bad about it? Well, these meals are pretty much made from the monsters they've killed. Yeah, that's right. Why just kill when you can kill and cook them too?
魔物を食べるってこと？
こうなったら是が非でも味が知りたい。
俺は絶対食わないからな。
完成じゃ。
それうまいか？
美味しい。
To be honest, I'm really happy about the resurgence of fantasy anime with unique concepts like this. Instead of plain old dungeon hunting, we've got dungeon hunting with a colorful cast of characters and some mouth-watering dishes. By the time this video is published, this is already out on Netflix, so ask your mom and get some cash for a Netflix subscription. Number 7, The Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil.
なんだこりゃ。
敵と気づかず悪魔の世界に勧誘するとはとんだ間抜けじゃん。
Nope, we are done with Demon Kings. But this isn't your good old high school anime with metaphors either. Here we have a demon going on a recruitment mission to a human high school. But his job? Find candidates to fight angels in heaven. But what happens when he sits beside the beautiful Lily Amane? Why does he feel like this isn't going to end the way it's supposed to end?
今日暑いね。
任せたまえ。取ってやるよ。
I think you can pretty much predict who Lily Amane is by reading the premise alone. But for fans of the enemies to lovers trope, this is the first anime you should be watching this year. Honestly, its manga is pretty popular and the comedy and romance genres blend in very nicely with the story. So if you need to start this year with a nice high school anime, make sure to check this out. It's coming out on January 9th. Number 6, Seventh Time Loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy.
リーシェ・イルムガルド・ベルツナー。今日この時をもって僕は貴様との婚約を破棄する。
はい、わかりました。 失礼いたします。
I'm pretty sure you've seen stories of people getting reincarnated, but have you seen stories of people getting reincarnated 7 times? Yeah, you heard that right. This girl who looks like Freya from Redo of Healer, but has a completely different personality, has been reincarnated 7 times. And in the 7th loop, she plans to chill and relax and die happily. But can she do that? Nope.
皇帝アルナルトハイ。
願わくはどうか俺の妻になってほしい。
This time, she falls to the hands of the cruel crown prince of the rival kingdom. And to make matters worse, she asks her hand in marriage. Yeah, this is your villainous versus not-so-nice guy story done a million times, but this time we have a time loop thrown into the mix. So if you need some time-traveling villainous with an angry crown prince, this is the story for you. Number 5, Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian.
キモ、このゲーム廃人、救いようがないバカね。Милашка, как ребенок. って言ってもわかんないわよね。
This girl makes snarky comments in Russian. Does this mean she's a Putin fangirl? I don't know, but you know who knows? This guy right here. He knows Russian, so he has an automatic translator built inside his brain. That's pretty much what this anime is about. One boy who knows Russian falls in love with a girl who has a Russian descent.
Первый раз. Ну что, может, возьмешь меня за руку?
The whole Russian thing is the selling point here, but if you strip that element off, it's your good old high school comedy anime. It's also got some nice romance as well as some slice of life moments, so this is one of those anime you should watch while eating a box of chocolates on a rainy day. It's coming this April, but if you want to see a Russian-speaking Japanese girl before this April, you can always go read the manga. Number 4, Chained Soldier.
私は主として働きに見合った褒美を任務が終わるたびに奴隷に与える義務がある。
褒美キスか褒美
随分と働いたからな。もう一度するか？
What do we have here? We've got a masochist, an overpowered anime girl, monsters, and some good old master servant vibes. Yep, if you've checked my old video about anime releasing in 2024, you might know about this. It's that fantasy chainsaw man that combines 6 genres into one. Do you need action? Well, you got that. Do you need adventure? Got that too. Want some nice ecchi-filled romance? Here you go. Or are you looking for some nice fantasy world building with some drama? We have that too. That's right, Chained Soldier is that buffet you've been waiting for. Except you need to eat the whole buffet at once. The manga has potential in all the ways a story like this can have potential, so keep an eye out for this one. Number 3, Dan Dan.
アメリカ軍は UAP の存在を正式に認め宇宙軍を再編成しました。どう考えても宇宙戦争に備えてますよ。
This entire thing sounds like a drum beat, but this isn't about drums, this is about aliens and ghosts. That's right. This girl believes ghosts are real, and this guy believes aliens are real. The goal is to prove the other person wrong, so the girl tries to prove UFOs don't exist and Area 51 is just another military compound, while the guy tries to prove his grandmother's ghost no longer exists.
UFO とか宇宙人とか信じてないから。
いや幽霊なんているわけないでしょ。
はあ
If you need a young love story of down bad aliens and spirits, then you better watch this one. This is also based on a manga, and if you're curious, you better start reading it right now. Why did I just say that? Because the anime is scheduled to be released in October 2024, a month light years away from January. So good luck trying to keep your hands off the manga till then. Number 2, The Witch and the Beast.
もしや君が魔女かい？
どこだ？どこにいやがる？
あの人は町の英雄ですから。
Is this a fantasy anime or a really good metaphor? Turns out it's a bit of both. On one side, we have Ashaf, a soft-spoken guy who carries a coffin on his back like he's the Grim Reaper. On the other hand, we have Gaidao, a girl who has long claws and eyes of a beast. These two combine forces to hunt a witch. Isn't that nice? Not really, because the witch is overpowered as hell.
俺の顔にこの技に見覚えがあるか？
君魔女の呪いを解きたいんだね。
お前の目的を優先させてやる。
Now, I'm all in for some action fantasy, and the trailer hooked me up the instant I watched it. Unlike a lot of fantasy worlds, this one seems very unique. It's like Vanitas, where monsters live among humans, and I'm all in for some Witcher vibes from the main duo. Unlike some other anime in this list, you don't have to wait till you are a grandpa to watch this. It's coming in January 12th, so be ready for it. Number 1, Solo Leveling.
何が起きてるんだ。一体どうしてこんなことに閉じ込められた。逃げられぬ。死ぬ。殺される。
What else do you think number 1 will be? Now, I'm gonna be honest, I've never read the webtoon, but I have seen the hype of the audience, so I'm gonna keep my hopes up. This happens in a world where people are called hunters, hunt for monsters. And here we have our bro Shun, who is labeled as the weakest hunter of all mankind. So he won't be meeting Levi Ackerman anytime soon, but what happens when he starts to level up?
覚醒後の覚醒をしたんじゃありませんか。
装備は整えた。やるべきこともやった。逃げるのには自信がある。さて、行くか。
I'm not a huge fan of stories with lit RPG elements, but if it's done right, I'm all in for it. Solo Leveling might be another overpowered main character cutting monsters like cheese story, but this time he cuts Italian cheese with extra spice, so this anime is going straight to the heavens if it's done right. And I really hope it's done right because we are in a dire need for original action shows this year.